Are we back? Looks like there's a few people worth raiding into. But I have lost all of my viewers. Tragedy. So then I think we quickly do what we'll do is here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna quickly go through and oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. So I'm just having a look on my my Twitch. My Twitch. Alright, we need to do an 18 by 18, a 36 by 36, and a 72 by 72 to get our badges. We're going to make a bunch of badges, potentially. So let's play around with this for a minute, and we'll see if we can get anything interesting. The idea being... turn that way down. Oh, it's still fucking huge. Alright, this is going to be some hardcore pixel art. 36 by 36. Yeah, that's still tiny. Hey, Relay, how you going? This looks digital, how dare you? It is digital. Well identified. Thank you. Happy 2022 to you as well. I was going to say 2012 then. It's been a long night. No, we were doing this sexy morel. This sexy mushroom. Previously, we also did... where is she? Our mushroom lass. Mushroom lass red. We also did this lovely one. This was last stream, and then this stream we did this one. So we had these lovely mushrooms, and now we just lost all of our viewers because of stability issues, and so now I'm thinking I'll do an emote until we build back up. That way when we raid out to someone, it's actually worth raiding into someone. So this one is 72 by 72. How you doing? How's your streams been? I saw the Simpsons and a DC crossover. That was really good. You almost always only have 1 or 2 viewers. Yeah, well. Yep, you do have to raid with what you got. This is true. But I'm making a badge for all of us so that we are not just kicking around with nothing anymore. I think I have sort of an idea of what I'm doing, but we'll play around to begin with and see how we go. You took 4 weeks off of stream over Christmas. The one you saw was the first week back. Yeah, cool. That's pretty awesome. So I'm going to make a new layer. This is just going to be simple stuff. We don't want it. What is it doing? Oh, no opacity, that's why. No hardness, let's turn that back up. Size 1. So the idea I had was we would try and we'd try and do dice for our badges. Because what levels have we got? We've got the base one, we've got 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. And that's as far as I can get right now. So that's D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, D20, and then I don't know, a D100 after that. Little streamers unite, yeah! The only way you get over 7 viewers if you get rated. I'm lucky if I get like 5 or 6, I'll be honest. So yeah, I feel that. Have I lost connection again? No. No, we're good. There just isn't a lot of people here. That's fine. So we're gonna do some dice, some die. And we're gonna start with a lovely D4. You actually got a sub the other night from a viewer who had no idea. You had no idea was lurking your stream for ages. That's cool. Good on you. Those surprise ones are always the best. Because you're like, oh shit, I had no idea that was coming. That's awesome. Love those. Alright, we're just gonna... This is gonna be messy, but like... Just fill this in a little. And then we'll go back to doing our... original. You'd never seen their name before? Oh, ad time. I will say nothing interesting until you return. Yeah, I enjoy the ones where they've like been lurking for ages and then suddenly jump in to chat about something and you're like, oh shit, I had no idea you were here. And then they tell you that they've been lurking for ages. Now, I probably don't want, now that I think about it, I probably don't want actual numbers. That's done. Cool. Yeah, I probably want to do like weird symbols or something. Because I'm going to lose the detail anyway, so there's no point in having something that's like... Is that too similar to that? Probably. Let's change it a little. And then like some circular thing. There we go. That's looking good. And then we want that on a display background. And we'll clean it up a little. I'll probably move this and make it just a little bigger. And transform. Scale. And we're gonna have to clean it up. But that's fine. Pixel art has never been my favorite thing. Working at such a small scale is difficult. Get any clean lines in. And I'm used to, in traditional art, small works hiding a lot of your issues. Whereas in digital art, small works seem to kind of exemplify where your issues are and really point them out to you. It sucks. Because like every pixel matters, so any little mistake that you do, any like pixel out of place, suddenly is super important. Whereas in traditional art, it tends to be that like most lines kind of look decent. things kind of just turn out well when you do them small scale. It's when you then try and like make them huge with more detail that it all kind of fucks up. It also might have something to do with the fact that, like, I'm not as good with my digital art as I am with my traditional art. There's an element of that as well. That'll do, I guess. Alright. So let's see what happens when we do this and merge down. So we've got this one, we need to make it smaller. You're better at digital drawing, but you don't like it anywhere near as much as traditional. That's interesting. Because that's pretty rare. This is going to go down to 18. Oh, where the fuck have you gone? Damn. Scale. Up to 18. You just feel like digital art is not as satisfying. That is an interesting take. Yeah, I kind of agree. Not having something, like not having a physical thing in your hand to be able to be like, yeah, I did this thing. I have this thing here. And then like the versatility of tools and materials is much lower in digital art. In digital art, you have a tool and it does a thing, whereas in traditional mediums, you can make a tool do a whole bunch of different things, and that's infinitely more fascinating. And learning to use those tools in interesting and different ways is sort of as important as the process of sort of coming up with ideas and making the artwork. So there's a thing, I get it. Compare using the airbrush tool in Photoshop to actually hooking up a real airbrush and compressor and painting with it. Yes, exactly. Exactly that. Agreed. There is a comfort in and an ease in digital tools of like, oh, I can just immediately undo what I just did. And you know, there's likely a tool you can download, especially these days. It wasn't as much the case back in the day, but there's now like heaps of tools that you can download that just do a thing. So like there's like watercolor tools or airbrush tools or whatever, and it just makes it airbrushed or makes it watercolored. And there's like filters that you can add on to make something that way. Okay, so this is downgrading pixels. Let's clean up some of these edges just a little. Yeah, so not to say that digital art is not impressive, and not to say that, you know, someone who makes digital art is not an artist. I hate the people who say that kind of bullshit, or say that, you know, digital art is easy, because it's absolutely not. You can see how I'm struggling even with something super simple, but there is a level of ease. No, that was in the right spot. I did the stupid. There we go. If your finger is not hovering on the undo shortcut, then you're doing digital art right. Oh, that's great. But yeah, like the fact that there's a billion brushes, like all of these brushes that do various different things. I actually can't see them when they come up. Can you see them over here? There's dynamics here, and then these different brush types, and you can download more brushes to do more things. Why that's important? Because the brushes can literally do anything. Now, someone has to program those brushes in, to begin with, and that's a particularly difficult thing to do. But if you can do that, if you can make a brush, then you don't have to do half of the stuff that you would have to do with traditional art. If you make a watercolor brush, you don't have to have the technique to draw in watercolor style. And that's amazing if you know, you can use digital art that way. Fucking awesome. But it makes it less satisfying, at least for me. Because it feels like you haven't earned the thing that you've just made. Which is a stupid thing to say, but it is kind of how I feel about it. We already have a D6, so I'm going to just... I'm just going to open this fucker up and transport these over. Now I did a stupid here, did I not? I did. Because the idea is we want it to be transparent background, and these don't have transparent backgrounds. So we're going to have to do a thing. Gosh darn it. Alright, get rid of this back one, and then this one we go... Select all of these, delete. Select everything that looks like that, delete. Select everything that looks like that, delete. Delete, 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 delete. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. That's it. Cool. And then we're gonna briefly draw back over this. Use the right side of my brush. But yeah, I've talked about this with digital artists and traditional artists previously. The digital artists get really upset when you say something like that, when you say that like it feels like you haven't earned it because there's a tool that does it for you. They get kind of shitty about it. And I can understand feeling upset about that, because it's basically saying that, you know, they haven't earned any of the art that they've made. And that's not at all how I feel about their art. It's just that I personally don't feel that I have earned the artwork if I'm making it that way. Here we go. Hey. When you decided to get back into drawing 2.5 years ago, it was with digital tablet. That is what I'm using right now. I have this lovely tablet just here. It's only a little one, but it does the job. I would be happy with a much higher resolution tablet, but this does the job perfectly fine. And I have said this before to people getting into art, that you should absolutely just work with what you've got. What you've got access to, because that's what matters. It's not about getting the most expensive fancy tool. It's getting a tool and then making it work. Oh, that's fucking mud. Let's not use this one. This is too big. Let's open the small one. It'll help if we start on this one, the 72. Actually, let's see if we can chuck it on here and see if it's not too bad. Yeah, that's alright. I can deal with that. What tablet am I using? I am using a Wacom 1 tablet. It is my partner's. She got it ages and ages and ages ago. For something, Christmas, I think. I'm pretty sure I have pretty much the exact same one. Which I have subsequently lost somewhere, so I'm stealing hers until I find mine. After a year, you bought a sketchbook and a brush marker and started doing traditional again. Yeah. I mean, fair. I've done art pretty much my whole life. I should be significantly better at it for how much time and effort I've put into it. But there you go. But yeah, I enjoy the work I do. Use a Wacom Intuos Pro Medium A5. Very nice, very nice. Oh, thank you, you're too kind. I don't think... It's still digital. I don't think my art is bad by any measure. And I get this a lot. I'll be like, oh, I'm jealous of people who are... Not jealous, but I get like... skill envy is a thing. Or I'll, you know, get mildly annoyed about an artwork that's not turning out the way I want it to. But like, I am clearly a good artist. This is good art. And it didn't take me all that long to do. I've been streaming for 2.5, 3 hours now. So like, that's not bad at all by any measure. But I do feel like at times that I should probably be better than I am. And then I feel guilty that I haven't like put in more time or effort or whatever to like learn new techniques or learn other things. Because other people do other sorts of art, and I want to do those sorts of art, but I haven't put in the time or the effort to learn how to do them yet. And I know other artists that, you know, get this same thing, they feel the same thing. They'll have a look at, you know, look on Instagram or look on Pinterest or whatever and see other people's art, and they go, oh, you know, that's really good. I wish I did something like that, or whatever. And often it does come down to, like, comparing your art to other people's, so that's a bad time. Don't do that. I say as I do it all the time. But also just, like, recognizing and being amazed by someone else's skill level. Looking at, like, James B. Barrow or Mao, or even you, Relay, you do, like, really amazing traditional art. And I always think, like, oh, that, like, some of the techniques you do, I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I could do that. I wish I had that skill. But I just have not put in the time required to level up that skill set. Because I'm busy leveling up other skill sets and doing other things, and like I work on tattoo art, and that's a whole nother hill to climb, which, you know, I then have the issue of comparing myself to tattoo artists, and I'm not even anywhere near being a tattoo artist yet. So, like, it's that sort of thing of like wishing I had the skill set, not necessarily wishing I was as good as that person, but just being like, I wish I could do that thing that they're doing, and then remembering that, you know, I could do that if I put the time in. Your wife has a hard time not comparing her art to what she thinks is acceptable. Yeah, that's probably my bigger issue. There's so many different art skills, nobody's going to be excel at all of them. Exactly that. But maybe, just maybe I could. I'm a shit. I'm a shit, and I know I'm a shit. Alright. There we go. Dice. So we've got our D4 and then our D6. We'll probably do one more, and then we might raid out to someone else. Hey, there is my Instagram, ladies and gentlefolk. If you are keen to check out some more of my art, feel free to do so. 36 was the middle range. And then I believe it's 72. Yes, 72. Cool. Alright, so that's the smallest one, so we want to go from the top, and what are we drawing here? D4, D6, so this would be a D8, which is like, just like that, 4 sides. Like a prism. Cool. Alright, let's make another layer. And on our top layer, so we want it to be, we'll actually probably do it on one side, I think. So let's get rid of that. we can fit it in better. So these are going to be our stream badges for people who are subscribed, which is exciting. So we did red before, so we might do like a blue, a dark blue. We'll just, whoop, way too big. And then after this, I'm going to go watch some more Doctor Who. After spending, what was it, an hour and a half before complaining about it? The engineer's solution to my dice set is that all of the same dice are the same color. So you have green d6s, red d8s, metallic d20s. That's a good idea. Makes retrieving from the bag much easier? Absolutely. Yeah, nothing worse than trying to fish for a particular dice that just isn't coming up. Alright, how's that looking? Not too bad. Oop, that is way too big. So one of the things I really enjoy about this this pad is that the this drawing pad is that the brush that it comes with has these two buttons on the brush, and you can customize, as with most brushes, that you can customize what goes on the button, like what it corresponds to. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger and see what happens. Yeah, that ain't half bad. And so I have the button customized to undo, and so you can just like press it and instantly undo things. It's great. My old tablet used to have this really nice radial menu that used to come up when you held down like the click anywhere. And that was great. Because there'd be so many times when I was working on a particular piece and I didn't want to have to move all the way across the screen to select another tool or select another color or whatever. And it was great to just have the menu right there. Because it brought up like 8 or so common tools that you would use. I thought that was awesome. Very useful. This one doesn't have it, unfortunately. I'm not sure if it's just that it, like, I haven't found the customization yet for it, but I think it's just that it doesn't have... it's just whatever... So this is GIMP. The image editing program is called GIMP. And it's like a free Photoshop ripoff. And then... and then the tablet program is just the standard Wacom driver thing, so it doesn't have any of the extra fancy tools, unfortunately. Which is probably exactly why it's an issue. Use Critter. Okay, I'll have to give that a look. I'm going to Google that one right now. Critter. That's cool. Ad time. Rage Shady Lady. Should probably talk to someone about getting sponsors at some point. One of my friends who had previously done the stream thing put me onto this like a streaming academy type thing, and their whole deal was like, we find you sponsors and all you have to do is like interact with this particular program thing that they've got. I don't know, I might do it eventually, but I think it might just be easier to go to the companies themselves and just be like, hey, you know, let me spruik your product. I think I need significantly more viewers first. But if I find like an art group, they might be interested in something like that. The only problem I have is I often do not very family-friendly things, so they might not be very ad-friendly either. That's potentially a problem, but we'll come to that when we come to that. Alright, so we did interesting things today. We did this sexy morel. We also did our set of dice here, our 3 set of dice, which are cool. I'm liking those. I'm liking how they're looking. So we're gonna raid into someone. Now that my water's all gone and it's 12 o'clock. You didn't expect to make any income through Twitch. Print sales or game sales, perhaps. But even then you have no confidence in. Yeah, my thing with Twitch was, I'm already doing this kind of stuff and it will encourage me to make more art. I don't expect to make any money off it. I'll be honest, I haven't made any money off it. Because all of the subscriptions I get, I then subscribe to someone else, so I'm actually losing money for most of it. But it is a great platform, and it would be nice if one day I could make money off it, or alternatively, if via this more people found my stuff and therefore print sales and art sales and things like that. That would be nice. But for now, I'm happy just making shit. Makes you keep drawing. The mashup challenge constantly pushes you to draw outside your comfort zone. Yeah, that's it. That is exactly it. I agree. Alright, let's see who is still around on the Twitches. James B. Barrow is doing his art along. We have Noir Punk doing some Studio Ghibli type fun things. We have got Mr. Mao doing art stuff. We've got Puppet Glitch. Let's just... Oh, Mao is doing Sisters of Battle? Fuck yeah. We're raiding Mao. Galactic Cat is worth a look too. I do have Galactic Cat on here as well, yes. Let's have a look at what they're doing. Oh, that's an adorable cat. That's very cute. Maybe we'll jump into her next time. Absinthe is always a great one. Pollo is a great one. Yeah, let's raid Mao though. Mao deserves it for this one. Sisters of Battle for the win. Another Aussie artist, that's it. For shears. Okay, so we're back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Sandbox Thursday, so that's going to be probably Valheim, but we'll see how we go with all of our lovely friends. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming on a raid with us. If you are subscribed, you can do our little raid thing. If you're not, you can just send your love however you send your love. So if you want to copy and paste that, if you're subscribed. And we're about to raid out. So thank you very much, everybody. You're awesome. Make sure you look after yourselves, and we will catch you next time. Bye.